Environmental Awareness Brief for Training on Macaxee. NREA's mission is to support training by protecting the natural and cultural resources found on the installation and ensure that MAGTAF-TC is in compliance with all federal, state, and local laws and regulations. Topics of the environmental brief include Quality Recycling Program, Hazardous Waste Management, Quality Recycling and Range Sustainment, Natural Resources and Cultural Resources, Environmental Regulations and Requirements, Hazardous Material and Range Residue. Hazardous waste spills that occur on the range training areas or Camp Wilson shall be reported to BEARMAT ASAP. Units should contain this spill as best as they can and wait for the NREA abatement chief to respond and assist in the proper cleanup and disposal of the hazmat spill. Point of contact for all hazardous waste spills is Mr. Tom Connors or Mr. Pat Mills. Range Sustainment is the NREA branch where all range dunnage will be delivered to. The range dunnage includes ammunition cans, powder cans, ammunition links, brass, wood, concertina wire, barbed wire, cardboard, ammunition transport containers. Cultural resources. Cultural resources are resources older than 50 years of age. It is illegal to collect, deface, remove, destroy, or harm any cultural resource found on the installation and can be punishable by civil and criminal penalties. Natural resources. Natural resources are resources that occur naturally within environments that exist relatively undisturbed by mankind and in a natural form. The natural resources found on the installation are very well adapted to a dry desert environment. Venomous animals. Sidewinder. With distinct horns over its eyes and desert tan color, this snake is also easily recognized by its sideways crawling motion across the sand. This well-camouflaged snake is not aggressive unless provoked. Speckled rattlesnake. This snake has salt pepper with tan grayish coloring along its back and distinctive black and white bands near its tail. It is a very nervous snake and will often rattle to warn of its presence. It prefers rocky habitat and mine shafts. Mojave rattlesnake. This snake is both poisonous and aggressive. With a stout, short body and grayish-green color, it is the deadliest snake in North America and often does not rattle to give a warning. It is found just inside animal burrows. Other venomous animals found on the installation include scorpions, spiders, and Africanized bees. Giant desert hairy scorpion. This scorpion averages about 5 inches in length and is pale yellow in color. It's active at night, hiding under rocks and other debris during the day. Africanized honeybee. Bees are very important pollinators in the desert. There are 2 species of bees present in the combat center: the Africanized honeybee and the European honeybee, which are very difficult to tell apart. Africanized honeybees behave very aggressively and when disturbed will attack in mass numbers. Black widow. The black widow can be identified by the red hourglass marking on the abdomen and black body. They are often found in buildings and wood piles. Desert recluse spider. This spider can be identified by the pale violin-shaped marking pointing to the rear of the spider. They vary in color from medium brown to tan, and their bite can be disfiguring if not treated immediately. They are not common, but when found, they are usually in clothes and bedding. Tarantulas. Tarantulas vary in size and have a leg span of 2 to 4 inches. They are light to dark brown in color, with dense hair on their legs and abdomen. Tarantulas are not aggressive and only bite when provoked. Other wildlife species. Other wildlife species that you may encounter while on Macaxee include coyotes, badgers, small mammals, and rodents and bats. Migratory birds. The Combat Center is home to many resident and migratory birds. All of these birds, except the European starling, pigeon, and English house sparrow, are protected by the Federal Migratory Bird Treaty Act. Military and contractor personnel are authorized to discourage nest building by using bright lights, making loud noises, and disrupting nest building, but once the nest has been built and eggs are present, it is now off limits. Eagle protection. The installation has one bird species that is protected by both the Migratory Bird Treaty Act and the Bald and Golden Eagle Protection Act. This bird is the golden eagle and is mainly found out in the range training areas, sitting on a rocky outcrop or soaring in the sky looking for prey. Other environmental regulations. Trash. Military and contractor staff are required to control the amount of waste. If you pack it in, then you must pack it out, and please do not leave any trash lying around on the installation. Camouflage netting. It is required by the base-wide biological opinion that all camouflage netting, when erected by a minimum of 18 inches off the ground, to discourage any entanglement of wildlife. Fires. Fires are not authorized unless it is a search and rescue situation. Vegetation. The removal of vegetation is not authorized, as this degrades the desert environment and causes an increase in soil erosion. Off-road travel. Off-road travel is strongly discouraged as this destroys habitat and could possibly result in unwanted take of wildlife species in the range training areas. Vehicles. All personnel in the range training areas are required to look under their vehicles before they are moved. Looking under the vehicle ensures that no wildlife, i.e. desert tortoise, will be harmed or killed. Desert tortoise conservation. The Combat Center is also home to a species that is threatened and protected by the Endangered Species Act. This species is the desert tortoise. Desert tortoises are long-lived animals that can reach ages up and over 100 years. They have been in the desert for millions of years. However, desert tortoises are not doing so well in their natural environment. In 1990, the United States Fish and Wildlife Services listed the desert tortoise as a threatened species under the Endangered Species Act. In order for military and contractor personnel to avoid the take of a desert tortoise, there are procedures that need to be followed at all times. Before any personnel enter the range training areas, they are required to have a desert tortoise awareness brief. If a desert tortoise is found and that tortoise is impeding your mission, you must stop all activity at the general location, contact range control, bear mat, and report the sighting and wait for guidance from the NREA division. If a desert tortoise is accidentally killed while in the range training area, contact bear mat immediately and wait for guidance from NREA division. Remember, protecting the Combat Center's natural resources is essential for combat training for national security. If you have any questions, please contact the Combat Center NREA.